Happy Sunday, everybody. So I hope you're having an amazing weekend. And I just wanted to jump on, and I am going to do this Boxy Charm look today. And if you haven't subscribed to Boxy Charm, it is a monthly subscription, and it is amazing. There's different levels and different price points, so you can always pick which one that's comfortable with you. And I get the basic one. I might upgrade, but for now I get the basic one. And the box looks like this. I did open it already because I showed you guys. And then when you open it, your products will be on the inside. And like I said, I might have to add some essentials, foundation and concealer, two of those, because I never received them in my Boxy Charm yet, because I only have been subscribing for 2 months now. So it's gonna be 2 parts to this video because I have to take a break and let the dog out. So first is gonna be base face, foundation, concealer, all that fun stuff. And then the second one's going to be eye look and finishing up the face. So we're going to start off with a base face today. I wish I got a foundation in my Boxy Charm, but I have not yet, but it might come. I've heard that there are new products for your face going into the Boxy Charm subscription, so I'm super excited about that. And look guys, I put my Halloween nails on. Aren't they freaking cute? Love them. So also this week I am getting a package from BH Cosmetics and a pharmacy package as well. So I will be reviewing those once I get them and open them for you. So let's get started. So I already did my skincare, put my serums on, my, oh my gosh, I'm blanking you guys. Serums and my moisturizer. I didn't put my primer on yet because I did get a primer in my Boxy Charm, that Rodial Soft Focus Glow Drop, so I wanted to show you what they look like and how they work. I did wear this last night to dinner, and these are amazing. It makes you have that beautiful natural glow, and it's not too much, because I don't like looking too glowy because it looks like you're sweating all day. I don't want that when I'm going to dinner. So look at the cute bottle. It's really pretty. It's pink. Just be careful if you get this. The first time I opened it, a lot of the product was on the outside, see, of the dropper. So it comes out. So just be super careful. That's what it looks like. It's pink. It does not show up on your skin pink, which is good because I don't want pink under my foundation. But, so you just put, I do a drop. Because you don't want to put this to your face. I know you're not supposed to put it to your finger too, but I just washed them, so. I put 3 drops, and that's it. You don't need a whole lot. I just love this bottle. It's super freaking cute. And a good size amount. This came in my Boxy Charm, you guys. You get full-size products. That's what I love about Boxy Charm. Okay, so then you're just gonna evenly smooth it into the skin. And this you can either put before your foundation or in your foundation, or as an illuminator, as like a highlighter. But when you do that, be super careful, because depending on what products you use, it is a liquid, so you need to be careful that it won't break down your other products as well. That's a very important tip. If you're gonna set with powder after your concealer, be super careful putting liquidy stuff on top, because it will break down that powder, and then all the makeup underneath is ruined. So just be super careful how you apply it. So I usually either do it before the foundation or after the foundation. So I'd say that's the best way to do it. Okay, just smoothly. You know, you could do this. Some people do this. It's a little sticky when you put it on, but it does dry down. Now, usually I let my primer sit for about 5 minutes, but I don't have the time right now. I have to go somewhere soon. So whenever you put your moisturizer on, 5-minute wait time before you do your primer. Then after your primer, 5-minute wait time, and then it just gives the product time to work, to do its job, basically. So, but I'm gonna break the rules right now and just start on with my foundation. Okay. So I have my little palette here. I love this. This is an Eco Tools palette. It came with my brush set at Walmart. Amazing. Could mix your foundations in it. Super easy. I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and you can use this as a foundation or a concealer, and I have Creamy Vanilla. This bottle is very loved, as you can see. This is an amazing foundation, you guys. It is a medium to full coverage, depending on how you build it, and it just blurs out so much stuff. My redness that I get, my little pimples if I have them, my redness on my nose. It helps to block. Ooh, I'm at the end of the bottle, you guys. Hopefully this is enough for today. But that's what it looks like. And it's very easy to apply. Very easy to apply. Let me grab a foundation brush and show you. Yeah, I'll use this one today. This is the Believe Beauty brush from Dollar General. I do like this brush, you know. If you have a Dollar General by you, they have the beauty collection. And it is amazing. They have really good products for affordable prices. I think the highest amount is like a $5 or $6. So good products for a great price point. And as you can see, I didn't put a lot on my brush, but look at the quality of coverage. And that's one layer. So when you add more, it's going to really cover up whatever you want it to cover up. Especially since it's a foundation and a concealer all in one. That's great. Because you know it's going to give you the coverage that you want. I even put it on my eyelids. If you have your makeup look on, your eye look on, don't do that. You'll ruin it, of course. But for me, I like to do the base face and then work on my eyes afterwards. You can always do it your own way. You can stipple this foundation in, but I'm just going to lightly blend. And then I'll use a beauty blender to really push it into the skin. But look at that. A small amount of product did all that. Now I put a little bit more on my forehead because I'm going to bring it all the way down to my nose. And you want a foundation brush to be more densely packed because what that means is it's going to blend the product out evenly and more, what do you want to say? More at the same amount each time, more evenly, I would say. More evenly, and it's not going to soak up all that product into your brush because some brushes, if they're not densely packed, all the product will go right into that brush. A waste of product, right? Make sure you get your neck. You want your neck to be even with your face and your ears. You want your ears to be the same, especially if you're going to wear your hair up. You want them to match because my ears obviously are bright red. I want to get more on that nose, and you can build this. I'm going to build it because I have a lot of redness today. When I stress the night before, I have a good amount of redness on my face the next morning, and I used a cleanser this morning, you guys. I have to do a skincare routine on here because my whole part of this face was red. Super, super red, and I used the Shea Moisture 100% coconut hydrating cleansing, like a milk cleanser. It did wonders. It soothed my skin so well that the redness was probably like I'd say 75% gone within the hour. And it will work on it all day because of the ingredients in there, the really good ingredients. The 100% coconut oil, that's a soother right there. And it works all day. That's what I like about it. Okay, before I put any more on, I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. Now this beauty blender is one of my favorites. It's Japanese. It's a brand you can get at Walmart. Or you can get online too. I've noticed that. I've seen it online. But this is an amazing beauty blender. I do like the Real Techniques beauty blenders, but this one is my favorite. It is, when you fill it with the water and drain it, it still feels pretty heavy. It's not super heavy, but heavier than most. And it's dense. The Real Techniques beauty blenders are wonderful, but they are more squishy than this one. This one's not as squishy. And I noticed that it blends out a little bit better. So Japanesque is a really good company, really good brand to buy, and super affordable. And at Walmart. Okay, see how much that covered my redness? Look at that. I love that. That is amazing. Amazing. And I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to this channel. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm going to do different looks throughout the week because Halloween is next weekend. I think I'm going to jump on one night and do a crazy Halloween look. I want to do that. If you have any ideas, leave a comment below. Or if you have any other looks you want to see or skincare routines or anything like that, leave a comment below. I would love to answer any questions, do any lives or videos for you. Love to do that. Okay. I'm actually pretty happy with the coverage, but I'm going to put a little bit more on my nose. And that's a little bit. Look how much pigment. You want a foundation and a concealer to have a good amount of pigment, because the pigment is what's going to hide those imperfections that you don't want people to see throughout the day. Some foundations don't have a lot of pigment, so they're going to give you a light coverage. That's why I go with either, I try to find full coverage because I just love how it looks on the skin, but you don't have to go with that. It's totally your preference. Okay. And you could just use this Milani foundation as a concealer if you want to. If you just want a more natural look and you know, your skin be the base, just use this around to brighten your T-zone, under your eyes, on your eyelids to brighten up for that eyeshadow. Do that. I'm going to try that. I haven't tried that yet, but I think I'm going to try it sometime soon, and I'll let you know how it works. Also on here, you guys, I am going to be doing product reviews as I do the makeup. So if you have any brands you want to see, or, you know, any certain products in a brand line you want to see, let me know. I will try to get it and go over it with you. Any palette you want to see, let me know. Let me know. I'm up for, you know, challenges and new things. I love trying new things. Okay. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with what it looks like right now. Pretty happy. Very nice. Okay. And it doesn't look patchy or anything. That's what I like about the Milani foundation. It's not patchy in places. It doesn't break throughout the day. It doesn't separate. It doesn't ruin your other products. It just isn't a good base foundation. So for concealer, we're going to use, I have 3 different kinds, but I'm only going to use 2. The Revlon Photo Ready Candid Antioxidant Concealer. And I actually got these at Big Lots in clearance, and they're really good. Really, really good. And you get a good amount of product. Forgot how much I paid for them. I ripped the price tag off, obviously. But this color is Bisque, this color is Vanilla, and this color is Oat. I'm going to use a Bisque and Vanilla today. And I always go for a perfect match concealer and then a brightener concealer. You don't have to do that. I just like to have a perfect match because say I have a pimple or something or a lot of redness, I'll use my perfect match and it won't brighten up that area because I don't want to brighten up an area where there's a pimple or redness. I want to just get more coverage on it. So that's why I do a perfect match and then I do a brightener concealer. So the only thing I'm going to do with this Bisque one, the perfect match, is put it where my dark circle area would be, under my eye. And look at that doe foot applicator, you guys. It is a good size, thick one. It's amazing. It's super soft. It holds a good amount of product, so you don't have to keep dipping into the actual bottle. I love this concealer. It's super thick, super creamy, and it does the job. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the redness where it is on my nose. And then I'm just going to do a little bit on my chin because it was a little red. And that's it for this one. Not a lot. Just to cover up any imperfections that I don't want people to see. So, what I'm going to do is just use the Beauty Blender on this one. I'm not going to use a concealer brush because I will use the concealer brush for the brightener concealer that I'm going to put on. But it just helps, look at that. Helps blur out that pocket where my dark circles are. I don't want people seeing how I don't sleep. Why would I want that? I'm a mom. Of course I don't sleep. But make sure you push that in gently. Then on my nose. Make sure you push up on the Beauty Blender a little bit just to other places so it blends in. I mean, it is a perfect match, so it's not gonna look crazy different, but you just want everything unison. Okay. Okay, so that's with that. Next, the vanilla one. I love this one. It's so nice. Same doe foot applicator. You're going to get this with all these Candid concealers. And this one it's going to look like a lot, you guys, but it's not. I promise it'll blend. When you want an instant lift to your face, you want to make sure that your concealer under your eye goes up. Not even, not down, but up. And that will actually give you an instant lift. It's not going to be a huge lift, but it's going to give you a really nice lift for under your eyes. Like an age rewind kind of in a way. And I need all I can get right now. I'm 31. So I am going to bring this product here because I'm going to brighten up that T-zone area above the lip. Okay, and little marks, right like that. Now, you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to use as much, but this is what works for me and my skin. You could always use less. You could always use more. Totally up to you guys. And I am going to use this one on my eyelids just to use it as a primer instead of an actual eyeshadow primer. There is controversy about this, about using concealer as a primer. But if you set it with powder, it's not going to crease or fade. So just use this wisely with that. I love using eyeshadow primers, but sometimes I forget it, or sometimes I don't have the time to go grab it. Oh, let me grab my concealer brush. This is a Real Techniques concealer brush. I love this one. It doesn't collect all the product into the brush. It just spreads it where you want it to be spread, which that is super important on what brush you use. You don't want your brush sucking in all that product you just put on your face. I'm going to bring it all the way up to the eyebrow. Okay, make sure it's kind of blended. You don't have to do a bunch of blending. I'm going to use the Beauty Blender to finish the job. Okay, so now, once you do that, tap it in with your Beauty Blender. And look at that. So nice. Love it. Love it, love it. I want to know, what kind of concealer do you guys use? What brand? What shade? Is there a certain one that's your favorite or your least favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Sorry guys. Let me know. I'm curious. I want to see. I always love looking at concealers. Foundation palettes are my absolute addiction. I will buy whatever palette I like that I think is beautiful. That is my main addiction. And then it's concealer, foundation, and mascara, I would say. Those are my main makeup addictions. Okay. And it just brightens up that area, which is nice. Even if it's a light foundation you use, you can always brighten up. Just go 2 to 3 shades lighter on your concealer. And to contour with a concealer, you can always go 2 to 3 shades darker. I'll have to use that one time. I'll use a concealer, a dark concealer that I have, and I will show you how it works with concealer. But today I'm using a stick. Okay, so that is done. Next, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick, and this is a really cool product. This is one of the first items I've used to contour my face. This end is the contour part, and this one is the highlighter part. As you can see, I don't use the highlighter portion very much because I like to use a highlighter after I do my blush and my bronzer, so I don't use this very often because you don't want to use this product after you set your face. So just do this. I just start up right above my ear. Do that fish face. See? Right into the hollow of the cheek, then my jawline. And then forehead, just by your hairline. And then temple. And then if you want to do your nose, you just want to do that. And then you're going to bring it up to your actual eyebrow once you blend it, because that's where your actual nose starts. And you want to follow the natural bone structure, but you're trying to either change it or define it by contouring. Okay, so I did that one. Now, if you want a deeper contour like I do, I love deeper contours, I go in with a darker shade and spot check it, I say. So I will just dot it. Dot, dot, dot. Then right here, where I want it to be deep. Then right there. Then right there. Dot on the temples. And then the nose. Okay. So now I'm going to grab, you can grab an angled brush if you'd like. With me, I like to use, excuse me, gotta get the primer out of my eyes. Okay. With me, I like to use my foundation brush, but you can always do something else. I'm going to use my Real Techniques and just blending it out. And you don't want to hold your brush too close to the bristles because that will really like push that product into your skin more. If you hold it away from the bristles, it gives you a much more even blending. And that's what you want. You don't want it all in one spot. That'll just look silly. Okay, with this, I stipple it. See how it just nicely blends in? Love that. And then do the whole part of the hairline. Blend it towards the hairline, not towards the forehead. Stippling motions. Then back here, with this one. It just gives us such a nice, even blended contour. And that's what you want. Now, contouring is not bronzing. Bronzer is like a sun-kissed natural tan effect. The contouring is defining bone structure. So you don't want it super dark. And I have been learning through others that it should be more ashier tone. That's, again, someone's preference. So I do have an ashier tone foundation stick that I use sometimes. I'll show you guys that next time as well. I really love that. That is my favorite contour way to do, is the foundation that I found. It works perfectly with contouring. You can either use a smaller brush to do this, like a little blender brush, but I'm just going to do this for now since I don't have much time. And blend it, like I said, to your eyebrow. Because that's where the natural rim of your nose is. Okay. Okay, of course you're going to blend it more when you put bronzer on, so you don't have to go all crazy. But I did my contour stick first because it's a creamy product. And now I'm going to set my face. So this is going to be part one, you guys, okay? I did the primer already before this, but I did the foundation, the concealer. Oh yeah, we did the primer. We did the glow drops. So primer, foundation, concealer, and contour in part one. Part two is going to be eye look after we brush all the extra setting powder away. It's going to be bronzer. It's going to be blush, highlighter, and lippy. And then setting spray, and then we're good to go. All right, so I like how it looks. So I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want this huge dark mark on my cheeks, because sometimes that's what can happen if you put too much. Okay, so I'm going to set my face, and this is one of my favorite setting powders from Walmart and anywhere, honestly. It is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Translucent Powder Matte and Poreless. Now, they do have other ones. I have 3 of them altogether. There's light, there's like medium, there's translucent, there's different ones. I love to go with translucent, any kind of setting powder, just because it's less work and it's quicker to set your face. If you're going to go with a tinted setting powder, make sure you go with the same color as the concealer and then foundation. So you can't go in with one tinted powder for your whole face. You have to go with the colors that are already on the face. So you have to do one for your highlight, one for your contour, one for your foundation. It's a good amount of work, but it comes out beautiful. It truly does. So I'm going to grab a little powder brush. And I'm going to dip in. A little goes a long way. Always tap it off and just eye stipple it. I don't brush it on. I find that stippling it on gives a more thin layer of powder. Always tap it off so you get off all that excess powder, because if you put too much on your face, it will look bad. It will look cakey and muddy. You don't want that. And just a little bit under your eye goes a long way. The spots that usually need more work with this powder are the contour spots. They can be more sticky. So you just got to work with it. Do your neck as well, because you did put foundation there. And this just sets all those products that we just put on our face in place. That they won't move. You know, they're not going to move when you blend your blush in or your bronzer in, nothing like that. Get your nose. All right. So remember, Fit Me powder. Love this. All right, you guys, I'm going to do part 2 in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be right back to do the second part of this look. Thank you.